Alright, what's happening, guys? This is going to be a quick, hopefully within the 15 minutes, tutorial for my new buddies to get them to do SHAREfactory and throw some video up on the channel. So I'm going to run through basically how to do it real quick. My method, this is not the be-all, end-all of doing a video on SHAREfactory. It's just how I do it. Alright, so I'm in SHAREfactory. You select a theme. I always use this one. I go through and I uncheck the SHAREfactory intro, title, and outro. I leave the stinger. I kind of like it. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to chop up, or I'm going to show you this video. I'm going to add it. Start the project. Rename it. This name is not permanent, so you can just throw up whatever. I'm going to just use tutorial. You won't see that in the video, but that's what it is. I'm naming it tutorial. Continue. Alright, so we've got our video clip, we got our tools at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and add some screenshots to show you to get to the point that I'm at right now. So I'm going to add here, and here, and here, and there. Square button to add them. Okay, so this is my PlayStation 4's main menu. I don't know what they call it. I don't know if they call it XMB anymore or whatever. Anyway, so you see it's highlighted the capture gallery. I go into the capture gallery and I find the video, the game that I'm going to take the clip from. And then you go from there, you go into find the clip. I already trimmed this one down, so that part of it's not going to be in here. But basically right now I'm just showing you the point that I get it to in order to load it into SHAREfactory, and I'll explain a little bit about that in a sec. So in here it's trim, and that's in the options menu. And then we go into the actual screen where you trim it down. You'll see it has a 10-second interval. It goes all the way down to a single second. Which is basically frame by frame. You have a preview option, and you basically just read the bottom of the screen where it tells you what the buttons do. Pretty easy. Okay, so once I've trimmed it down, it could take almost a minute for certain chops, but it's usually pretty quick, couple seconds, for it to either overwrite it or save it as an additional clip. So to explain why I do it this way is that you get 15 minutes recorded at a time unless you remember to press the share button every single time something cool happens, something that you want to record. Instead of doing that, what I do is often I will record for that full 15-minute length. Crazy things will happen in the interim within that 15 minutes, and I'll get done and it'll say, clip saved. And so what that does is it throws a 15-minute block of footage right into the gallery from the game that was being recorded. If I want to, rather than throwing a 15-minute clip into SHAREfactory, which is the maximum it can hold, and then trying to crop it down from that, which I've found doesn't always work, I do it beforehand. I chop it up. So, granted, this one is a full 10 minutes plus of clip. It's an entire gameplay itself. I could have chopped it down into some of the more highlights and things like that. Would have been probably a little bit more interesting. But that's what I'm getting at. You want to chop it down before you throw it in to the SHAREfactory because of the limitation of the 15 minutes you can throw into it. Okay, so anyway, that's how I get to this right here, and this is the whole 10-minute video. I'm fast forwarding through it real quick for you using the right stick. So the right stick will scroll through the video. The L1 will go back to the beginning of that clip segment, and R1 will go to the end of that segment. So, and this is the stinger. It has its own individual transition, which that's why I like it. you know, kind of sets itself up in a good way. Some of the other the outros and stuff have some pretty, you know, kind of dorky looking transitions and stuff that they come along with that I always end up removing. Anyway, so we've got our video clip here. Now, I'm not done with it. Like I said, I'm in, you know, you're in SHAREfactory for a reason, right? You want to make this thing kind of look nice. So, you know, right off the bat, you got this dead space right here, this dead video. You know, you don't always want to leave blank parts within the video where there's nothing happening. And you know, once I actually do make this video for from this clip, I'm gonna put I definitely put you know, this is like the first time that I played it, so I'd put in a commentary, you know, talking about the game, what it's all about, blah 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 blah. So you know, if I get to it, you'll see that on the channel. Anyway, so like I said, you don't want any dead time. Like right here, here's a load screen. You don't want that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press the square button, the monkey wrench down there at the bottom. It's gonna come up with this. I'm gonna split it. Gonna go, you know, kind of scroll my way through it, find the point in it where it goes black. I'm gonna hit X to split, and then I'm gonna scroll through, you know, until it gets onto something that's got something on there. Now the problem is that, you know, I think there's actually music playing while that loads, so it's gonna be off. It's gonna be out of sync when you get here, and then I'm gonna go scroll back to that segment. I'm gonna delete it, so it's gonna sound like this. Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad, but you know, it is what it is. I'm just trying to get rid of the dead footage out of it. There's another one too. This game's got a bigger load. So I got a big load screen there. Use a D-pad, scroll backwards frame by frame to get to the point where, you know, there is something. And boom. Alright, we're gonna go right there, chop it. Go all the way through, all the way through, all the way through. Okay, here we are. Alright, get to something, chop it. So, you know, I mean, you're saving yourself, what's that, 55? 10 seconds right there. We just bought 10 seconds in our video. 10 seconds that we're not wasting our viewers' time with. Alright, so, you know, I'm scrolling through the action. Like I said, you know, in a video, if I want to make it more interesting, this would basically be like an intro video to the game itself. You know, I'd chop all this stuff out. There's nothing happening. You know, and just keep going, you know, like certain parts right here. Now, this game has its own, like, death screen. And unfortunately, the death screen is basically you're watching the game play. You know, it's not like Battlefield where it's got a separate screen that you can, you know, it has its own transitions. It chops out and it comes in and shows you who killed you, all that kind of stuff, and then it goes to the map. You know, it's easy to chop that out because there's obvious, you know, disconnects in the gameplay. But on this game, I mean, your teammates are still going around killing stuff's killing them, and you're laying there dead on the floor, you know, watching all that stuff happen. So anyway, scrolling through that, I get to the end here, and there's a part of it that I wanted to chop off too when I was trimming it before. But you know, like I said, I leave a little bit on the ends just so it doesn't, you know, lose something that I really wanted on there. So I'm gonna go here, and right when it hits the black, I'm gonna go over just a few more frames, and rather than splitting it, I'm gonna use L2 and I'm gonna snip it. And what it does is it saves that transition to the stinger. Okay. So basically at that point, you know, like I said, if I wanted to, I would start here. Gonna exit that. Gonna add. So that's the X button. I'm gonna add commentary. And what you do is you press the X button. It's gonna pop up this screen here. It'll record in 5 seconds, or you can hit X and record right away. so it's recording me talking to you right now twice over. So I'd basically be talking over the game and explaining what's going on, that kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna hit the circle and it's not gonna record it. Out of there, add music. It gives you a list, all the top 5, the top 7 of them. I've actually saved off the internet and loaded in here. It's pretty easy. Just use thumb drive, find the music on the internet, make sure it's royalty free, blah blah blah. All the other songs in here came with SHAREfactory. So anyway, that's the music part of it. And and so basically that's what I would do. You can go out. You can go out, add effects, and you get a bunch of stickers. Pretty cool. You get filters, X button. So I could change that video clip to colored edges. And it looks pretty cool actually. So anyway, that's that part of it. I can add more FX. I have the layout. If I want to say chop it up vertical bands, there you go. That looks kind of cool. And then there's text. So you can put on there, noob tutorial. And that's kind of what I started doing. If you've seen some of the more recent ones, is I take a screenshot of somewhere in the video, and that's my titles, my title or my intro screen to the video itself. But anyway, hopefully that's going to be within the 15-minute time allotment that this gives me. I hope you like it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or ask me at work, blah blah blah, or text me, whatever you guys want to do. And that's how you make a video on SHAREfactory. Pretty easy, like I said, like I've been telling you guys all along. So I'm going to save it here, and I'm going to upload this for you to watch. Oh, and I nearly forgot to show you how you upload it and change the title. So you go back out to the main menu, go into the gallery again, find the SHAREfactory folder. Within the SHAREfactory folder, you find the video that you made. From there, I'm going to change the title. So I press the Options button and go down to Information. And within that, I'm going to select where the title is and change it to SHAREfactory Noob Tutorial. From there, once I save that, I'm going to hold down the Share button and select YouTube, and off to the internet it goes. And that's it for this video. Yep, like I said before, let me know what you think. See ya.